Hi, welcome to Simple Training with Tanaz. Today we are going to study about wild animals. We call these animals as a wild animals because these animals are lived in forest or jungle. Those such animals we called as a wild animals. Okay, let's study about wild animals. Hathi, in English we call this as elephant. Elephant. Bhalu, in English we call this as bear. Bear. Sahi, in English we call this as porcupine. Porcupine. Giraffe, in English we call this as giraffe. Giraffe. Next, bug, in English we call this as tiger. Tiger. We call this animal as chimpanzee. Chimpanzee. Bichu, in English we call this animal as badger. Badger. Next, we call this animal as chipmunk. Chipmunk. Next, lomdi, in English we call this animal as fox. Fox. Hiran, in English we call this animal as deer. Deer. Next, bhedia, in English we call this animal as wolf. Wolf. Jalhasti, in English we call this animal as hippopotamus. Hippopotamus. Next, in English we call this animal as zebra. Zebra. Sinha, in English we call this animal as lion. Lion. Next, tondua, in English we call this animal as leopard. Leopard. Next, in English we call this animal as kangaroo. Kangaroo. Oot, in English we call this animal as camel. Camel. Next, chipkali, in English we call this animal as lizard. Lizard. Next, rich bilaw, in English we call this as panda. Panda. Next, chaupaya, in English we call this animal as possum. Possum. Next, khargosh, in English we call this animal as rabbit. Rabbit. Next, chua, in English we call this as rat. Rat. Ghenda, in English we call this animal as rhinoceros. Rhinoceros. Gilhari, in English we call this animal as squirrel. Squirrel. Next, in English we call this animal as walrus. Walrus. Next, bhedia, in English we call this as wolf. Wolf. Next, ombrate, in English we call this animal as wombat. Wombat.